like really good workout there. And as you could see, not a single weight was used through the entire workout, just a completely functional workout with a lot of plyometric exercises, some stability work, some balance work, all stuff that's going to translate onto the pitch and improve my performance. So I would recommend giving as many of these exercises a go as possible. You don't need much equipment at all. You can improvise, use things around your house. You can use your stairs if you want to do the box jumps and things like that. You're going to see a huge improvement in your dribbling, in your shooting, and your all-round performance. That's going to be it for the workout, and then I'm going to rest here for a few minutes and get out on the training pitch, doing a technical session today, getting loads and loads of touches, absolutely hundreds of touches through today's session, just to really sharpen up my touch. But I just wanted to share with you something. I got an email within the past 2 hours from a guy called Mateos Lip. Sent me an email just to say thank you for all my drills and everything like that, but also something very exciting. He just made his under 15s Polish national team, so he's obviously from Poland, and he said he's been using a lot of my drills to do some supplemental work outside of his team training, telling me he's been working on my Maestro program, a lot of the dribbling drills, and he's seen a huge improvement in his comfortability and confidence on the ball. So that's absolutely incredible, and it's absolutely made my day as well, because that's the reason I do what I do on this channel, is to give you guys ideas, drills, hopefully inspire you to train outside of your team training and take your game to the next level. Mateos is a perfect example of that. Incredible. And he sent me some videos of him actually using a couple of my drills. He used the elastico drill that I was doing when you have the 3 cones and the 2 gates, so after you perform the move you actually have to explode through the gate, and he's looking very sharp in it. His technique is on point. Thank you for sending that to me, because like I said, that is the whole reason I do what I do, and that's the biggest gratification I can get, is to not only hear that you're improving, but to see you guys using my drills as well. It gives me such a buzz to see that. So Mateos, hopefully I'm saying your name right, it's spelled M-A-T-E-U-S-Z. Just want to wish you the best with your national team, and it's amazing to see how far you've come already. You're only 15 years old, and there should be a big and bright future ahead of you if you continue to put in the work. So great stuff, man. Really proud of you. But that's the end of my rest. I'm going to get out there now and get a lot of touches on the ball. So let's go. So I just wanted to do a bit of a voiceover for the technical portion of the training session. A lot of these drills are going to be self-explanatory, but also wanted to make sure you knew what I was working on with each drill, so that if you do replicate, you know what you're working on as well. So just starting off with some 2-touch passing, 1 touch to control, then trying to fizz that ball along the ground. Obviously you can't control how the ball rebounds off the wall, but trying to make those passes clean every time. The goal with the passes is trying to fizz it along the surface, trying to minimize any bounces if possible. Then moved into some 1-touch passing as well. Again, punching it with the inside of the foot and then just hitting it first time. So I probably did about 100 passes for the 2-touch, and then again probably 100 passes for the 1-touches as well. So just getting a lot of reps in, very low intensity, just getting the technique down at this point. Then moved into some directional touch, so we're taking 2 touches, but this time we're taking our first touch to the side of that cone. It's good to be able to keep the ball moving when we receive it. If we stop it dead, it's a quick way of getting our feet tangled, so if we can keep the ball moving, it's just going to allow you to play the second touch straight into your teammate. So again, probably for this one I did 50 to 60 reps, just getting a good contact on the ball, trying to make sure my touches are clean, still at low intensity at this point. And once we've warmed up, moved into some 1-touch passing, so I'm just using the small goal as my target. So I'm punching the ball into the wall and coming onto it first time using my right foot, coming across my body and trying to find that small goal. This is a really good skill to have, especially for midfielders, and if you want to advance higher up the ladder in the world of football, being able to pass with 1 touch is really going to set you apart. So I would recommend working on your 1-touch passing as often as possible. If you don't have one of these small goals, you can use cones or any other objects just to mark a bit of a target for you to aim at. After I've done some of those, moving on to my left foot here, and this time I'm using a bit of a different technique, just opening up my body this time and guiding it towards my target. Again, another good passing technique that's going to set you apart if you're able to be deceptive and change your body's angle as the ball is coming to you. Then once I've done a couple of reps of those, moving to the other side, starting with my left foot going across my body like I was doing with my right foot previously, just working on both feet. You do want to get as many reps in with both feet as possible. Be as strong as you can with your weak foot you are with your left. As you see there, that was not a great pass. We're trying to recover it on the last one. Then what I was doing is opening up my body like I was doing before, but using my right foot this time. Again, trying to aim into that small goal. Trying to really punch it in, be confident with it. This one wasn't a great pass, it was on the bounce, I didn't catch it right. And then once we've done a few of those, I was moving into some low driven passes. So I'm popping the ball up, coming onto it with almost a half volley technique, trying to keep the ball as low to the ground as possible, maybe 6 inches off the ground, just kind of hovering along the ground. As you can see, I've kind of spun the goal out there. So I'm just aiming for that general direction, that general location where the goal was, instead of having to go over and flip the goal back around again. This is a good technique. The more techniques you can have for your passing, you're able to hit the balls earlier. Instead of having to take a touch to control it, if you can hit it out of the air like this, it's just going to really diversify your passing. You're going to be a lot more effective for your team and get them on the attack a lot quicker. That wasn't a great pass, but I think the final 2 were on target. Just working on a bit of consistency. It's not going to go right every single time, but stay patient with it. Don't get frustrated. Just focus on that technique. Final little bit of passing here, just working on some 2-touch. So just 1 touch to control the ball, then popping it against the wall. So this is working on your aerial control, the types of control you would do if you're receiving a ball in the air. So it's a great exercise if you can find a wall, just popping it back and forth, using all the different body parts, not just the foot, but the inside of the foot, the laces, the thigh, the chest. Just trying to do as many as you can. I think I got 30 to 40 reps in here, using a bit of the outside of the foot there. Very basic drill. And finally messed up. Then we move on into another drill here. So you guys have already seen this one. I'm just firing the ball into the wall, and then I'm dribbling in between these cones, trying to keep close control, and finishing with a shot on goal. Then I just jog back to the start and repeat. So I probably did about 20 reps of this. As you can see, I'm trying to exit a different part of those cones, or those poles I should say, each time, changing up my dribbling, and then trying to finish into the goal there. So this ended up being quite an intense one because you're continuous, you keep jogging as soon as you fired your shot off. You just retrieve the ball and get back to the start. Ends up being a good, intense little workout. Also change up, trying to get a few left foot shots in there as well. But just trying to be consistent, so focus on each one, keeping tight control. Even if the touch isn't perfect, stay with it. Don't give up and try again, just stay with it, because in a game, sometimes you're going to take bad touches and then you're going to have to recover. Tight control, finishing in the corners wherever possible. Then after that, moving into a short speed exercise. It's a very short drill, so it's just a little explosive one, similar to the Ronaldo speed test, just kind of a shortened version, just because of the space I had to work with. So I've set up poles, but you can set up any other objects you have. You can set up normal cones, t-shirts, anything you have lying around the house. You're just sprinting back to collect the ball, weaving in and out of these poles, going out to the other side, back to the top and through the gate, and then just striking the ball into the goal. So trying to do it as quickly as possible, but because it is tight, you're going to have to keep small touches. You can't get up to a full sprint. It's more of just a quick acceleration, and then those tight, sharp touches. So a good one for working on your speed dribbling in tight areas. So just doing about maybe 5 to 10 reps altogether. It's an explosive one, so you're going to be blowing after it. There's one final angle of it here, through the cones, striking the ball into the goal. Then I just finished with some basic shots, just some working on some technique here, a couple of curling shots. Then I figured it was a bit too close to work on a free kick technique, so just moving in some half volleys, trying to get them clean over to that left hand side of the goal, trying to get them as close to the post as I can. Just trying to point my planting foot at my target and striking through the ball, trying to make sure it's as clean as possible. Trying to get consistent with it. Just a few techniques to finish the training session. Alright guys, I'm back home now, but that was a really good session overall today. Probably there for about 3 hours in total, maybe in the gym for about an hour, then I rested for a bit, and then trained for probably an hour and a half, an hour 45 minutes. Got a really good session overall. I'm feeling it, so I'm definitely going to be getting on that foam roller, getting a good stretch in, and probably an ice bath as well tonight, and eating plenty of good food, because tomorrow we have team training, so I want to come in fresh, ready to tackle that at 100%. Before I go, I wanted to let you know, because I didn't really announce on here, that I have some shirts back in stock. So we've got the red shirt with the black 7 MLC training logo. logo, and we've got the black shirt with the red 7MLC training shirt. So not many left. I did announce them on Instagram and they went pretty quickly. So I've probably got 20 to 30 shirts left in total. They're up on my website right now and they're just $10. So if you want to grab one before they go, because after they're gone I'm not going to do any for a while. I'm going to come up with some new designs next year. So this is the last in stock of the 7MLC training shirts. Also, I will be giving my apartment tour at some point. It's just still a mess right now. We are getting some furniture, like we got this couch. And we also got this. Apparently it's a chair. The missus really wanted it. I think it looks more like a bird cage. So if we ever get a parrot, we're already set up for it, so that's great. That's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe button for weekly training videos, and I will see you guys in my next video.